It's a Hollywood drama like you've never seen. With an A-list cast, it's full of intrigue and fiery dialogue, and it's topped off with lashings of sex and drugs. There's even a pivotal scene set right here in Australia. But this production isn't playing at your local theatre. Centre stage is a London court where actor Johnny Depp is suing an English tabloid for calling him a wife-beater. No one's going to win an Oscar, but Depp and his one-time bride, actress Amber Heard, have been putting on the performances of their lives, airing every sordid detail of their bizarre and doomed marriage. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's wild relationship began before our very eyes.
Thank you for my roses.
I don't think you noticed.
Of course I noticed.
Hooking up on the set of the 2011 movie The Rum Diary, those steamy scenes certainly looked like this wasn't just acting. And now the relationship ends as it began, with the world watching on, playing out for all to see in a courtroom.
It hits me, bam.
She threw a vodka bottle at me.
Revealing the real-life drama captured on the couple's own cameras behind the scenes.
You want to see crazy? I'll give you fucking crazy. Are you crazy?
Have you drunk this whole thing this morning?
Oh, you got this going? You got this going?
I just started it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Really?
We've had drunken tirades, drug taking. We've had something to do with defecating on a bed. We've had fingers cut off. It's bonkers, really. It's crazy stuff.
Amidst the madness, the case boils down to Johnny Depp suing a newspaper for calling him a wife-beater.
One time, Johnny was hitting me. And he was hitting me hard and repeatedly.
But every aspect of the troubled relationship is being examined, including their tumultuous months in Australia, with new details on what really happened with the bizarre saga surrounding their dogs, Pistol and Boo.
I am truly sorry that Pistol and Boo were not declared.
The couple ended up at war with Barnaby Joyce after smuggling their pets into Australia. And now Barnaby's ready to bite back again.
Hello, defamation lawyers. There might be royalty in Hollywood, but we don't give a toss about that.
But this is definitely not a story with a Hollywood ending.
And I think everybody walks away from this case, whoever is the winner, staying.
Johnny Depp, aka Captain Jack Sparrow, is Hollywood royalty.
Well, go on, go get them!
For the actor, twice voted sexiest man alive, his red carpet reputation was only enhanced when he started dating the stunning young actress Amber Heard. But for this glamorous couple, things were ugly behind closed doors.
I want promises. I told you that at the beginning of this conversation. I need promises. You're gonna be there.
I know this is a circus. It's celebrities. It's tabloid headlines, but all in all, this is a serious and sad case when you really drill down into it.
Tristan Kirk has sat through the extraordinary case at London's High Court, reporting for the Evening Standard. The evidence on both sides has been shocking, as Johnny Depp sues over reports in the Sun newspaper that he assaulted Amber Heard on at least 14 occasions. The court's been shown numerous images of Amber Heard with bruises on her face. How does Johnny Depp explain that?
Well, Johnny Depp says this whole thing's a hoax. He's been set up, basically. From almost the get-go on their marriage, Amber Heard was concocting this Me Too victim narrative where he was abusing her, and so she had a sort of an insurance policy.
This is video Amber recorded in 2016, setting up a camera to capture one of Johnny's fits of rage.
We were not even fighting this morning. All I did was say sorry.
Did something happen to you this morning? I don't think so.
As Johnny pours himself a tall glass of red wine, he realises what's happening.
Oh, you're crazy. Oh, you're crazy.
Have you drunk this whole thing this morning?
Oh, you got this going? You got this going?
I just started it.
Oh, really? Really?
There was clearly no trust in the relationship because Johnny was making his own recordings as well, which have now also been leaked.
I'm sorry I hit you like this, but I did not punch you. I did not f***ing deck you. I f***ing was hitting you.
You can't
I don't know
deck
what the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine.
Oh,
That's the difference
you
between me
poor
and
girl.
you. You're a baby.
Because you start
You
physical
are
fights?
such a baby.
Because
Grow
you-
the f*** up,
Because you start
Johnny.
physical fights?
They had a habit between them of recording various things that went on. It's a really peculiar thing because when you cover these kind of domestic violence cases, divorce, there's very rarely any first-hand evidence of what was going on at the time. But in this case, rather oddly, they were taping everything. It's been really peculiar, actually.
It feels a little bit like there's been evidence presented in the High Court, but then also evidence leaked in the court of public opinion to try and shape the PR narrative as well.
Oh, definitely. So you've got Johnny Depp's side who are pushing his lines. Amber Heard's PRs are feeding out their lines.
The evidence, while sensational, also gives a sad insight into the couple's troubles. Amber provided photos that she alleges showed Johnny passed out while on drug and drink binges, including this one where a tub of ice cream has melted on his lap. And text messages from Johnny certainly help support the narrative that he has substance abuse issues, one boasting,
"No food for days, powders, half a bottle of whiskey, 1,000 Red Bull and vodkas, pills, 2 bottles of champers on the plane."
But Amber also stands accused of a drug problem, as well as being an unfaithful wife. Johnny has alleged she had affairs with at least 8 other men, including Leonardo DiCaprio, James Franco, and Elon Musk. While this case centres on domestic violence in the relationship, so much of the bombshell evidence from both parties has felt like a smear campaign. It might be hard to pick, but what's been the strangest moment in all the proceedings?
One of the oddest things from this case is that both Johnny Depp and Amber Heard have been discussing who defecated on a bed. I mean, it's not the kind of thing that comes up normally in court anyway, let alone to have these household names, these megastars, fighting, essentially, over who might have done it. Was it a dog? Was it Amber Heard? Was it a friend of Amber Heard's? Was it Johnny Depp? I mean, who knows? It's an utterly bizarre thing to be talking about.
And I think one of the problems is that there's no winner here.
Mark Stevens is a defamation law expert and says part of the problem for Johnny Depp now is that in trying to clear his name on domestic violence allegations, the court has heard countless claims that damage his reputation on other fronts. If you were representing Johnny Depp, someone with such a colourful past, and he came to you and said, "I want to sue for defamation because they called me a wife beater," even if he was 100% innocent, would you say, it might not be worth it?
Yes, I would. And I have to give that message to many celebrity clients over the years. You have to weigh up the potential reputational harm as against to the benefit, sometimes an illusory benefit, a Pyrrhic victory, if you will, of getting a vindication in the libel court. So very often you can win a battle, even if you're successful in your case, but long term you lose the PR war.
You feel like that might be the path Johnny Depp's gone down here?
Yes, I think Johnny Depp is self-immolating in bringing this proceedings. So I think he's been very ill-advised to go down this route.
The 57-year-old actor is adamant he never assaulted Amber. But it's not the first time they've gone before a judge on this issue.
She threw a vodka bottle at me.
These depositions from their divorce hearing were only released recently and give an insight into their rocky marriage.
He was about to push my sister down the stairs. She was attempting to break us up. I am protective over my baby sister. When he laid hands on her, I don't know what I did. But I know I jumped in between the actions that I saw could lead to a fatal injury to my sister. She was standing on the top of a flight of stairs, and she has never hurt anyone in her life, and she does not deserve to be pushed down the flight of stairs. And it looked like she was about to be. And I would have done what anybody who has a child or a sister would have done.
The judge now has the unenviable task of deciding who's using their acting skills and who here is really telling the truth.
So, for me, it's possible that there's a bit of both stories that are right. But for both of them, this has been a damaging exercise. So whoever emerges the winner, there's been a lot of dirty laundry aired and a lot of damage done to reputations on both sides.
Coming up,
the Australia incident is the craziest part.
Our role in this bizarre bust-up. Out-of-control parties, drug binges, furniture smashed, windows broken, how Johnny and Amber's puppy love...
Did you smuggle the dogs into the country?
There might have been other things smuggled.
...turned Barnaby into a screen villain.
Hey, Johnny, look where your life ended up, old trout.
That's next on 60 Minutes. Tucked away from the Gold Coast's beaches and glitter strips, this mansion to the city's north is where Johnny Depp and Amber Heard called home when he filmed Pirates of the Caribbean in Australia. The luxury 16-hectare property is owned by motorcycle legend Mick Doohan and previously played host to Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie when they were in town. The secluded estate is renowned for its privacy, and that's why Johnny and Amber chose it just months after they tied the knot in 2015. Johnny and Amber wanted their wild lifestyle here to be out of the public eye, and it turns out for very good reason. Bombshell evidence in a London courtroom has now spelt out for the first time what really went on behind these gates. Out-of-control parties, drug binges, furniture smashed, windows broken, graffiti on the walls, and both sides accusing the other of domestic violence.
The Australia incident is perhaps the craziest part of this case.
The incident the Evening Standard's Tristan Kirk is referring to finished with this. Johnny Depp in a Gold Coast emergency ward with his finger cut off.
Amber Heard said that over the course of 3 days, she was basically held hostage as he went mad on drink, drugs, and smashed up this house. At one point, she says he sliced off his own fingertip and then started painting the walls, first with his blood, then dipped it in paint, started daubing messages around, smashing windows, breaking mirrors, painting on the sofas. It's all mad.
Do you find yourself scratching your head and thinking, how does this happen?
Oh, it's hard to fathom. This was not Johnny Depp's own house. It was a rented property where I think it took them something like 13 hours just to do the initial cleanup because of the damage that had been done. Burnt cushions, paint everywhere, glass bottles tossed around the room, broken glass everywhere, alcohol spilt. And in the midst of that was Johnny Depp's fingertip lying somewhere.
The court was shown text messages from Depp to his doctor in the aftermath of that incident, where he said Amber was
as full of shit as a Christmas goose. A malicious, vindictive, and evil c***. Here's the real deal. Her obsession with herself. She's so f***ing ambitious. She's so desperate for success and fame. That's probably why I was acquired.
5 minutes later, he texted another friend saying,
"Need more whitey stuff ASAP, brother man. And the E business."
It's believed they were references to cocaine and ecstasy. But it was another incident on the Gold Coast that would cause far more headlines at the time.
It's time that Pistol and Boo buggered off back to the United States.
Australia's then Agriculture Minister Barnaby Joyce caused an international stir when he threatened to euthanise Johnny and Amber's teacup Yorkshire Terriers.
What kind of a maniac is this?
After the couple smuggled them in on a private jet.
Did you smuggle the dogs into the country?
There might have been other things smuggled.
But not dogs.
Well, they seem to miss that bit.
Your wife actually, they've threatened to put her in jail. Isn't that true?
If they did that, I'd just fly to Australia and assault that man.
Yeah, right.
He was talking a big game, though. I think what did he call you? A sweaty, big-gutted man from Australia who was inbred with a tomato?
Well, hey, Johnny, look where your life ended up, old trout.
Most of the bad blood between Barnaby and Johnny relates to this hostage-like apology video he forced them to record.
When you disrespect Australian law, they will tell you firmly.
I am truly sorry that Pistol and Boo were not declared.
As far as I was concerned, they looked like two people in a basement in Beirut. It's just what I wanted. I thought it looked totally humiliating.
We've got a message that is going all around the world right now that is going off like a frog in a sock.
Was there much pushback in the party room about the way you went after these two?
Oh yeah, some of the beautiful people were all upset. To be quite frank, there was a lot of hoo-ha within Canberra. Oh, Barnaby, you can't do that. You can't go so hard. They're Hollywood royalty. I was going, oh, get lost. And then they, the foreign affairs minister, Julie Bishop, was, oh, we've got to tone this down. Give me a break.
There are much bigger legal issues for Johnny Depp and Amber Heard to deal with now, with their case in London wrapping up this week.
I stand by my testimony, and I now place my faith in British justice.
The judge isn't likely to hand down a decision until September, and according to defamation law expert Mark Stevens, neither side is likely to win big. What does Johnny Depp stand to make financially if he is successful here?
I think if it's successful and this is a false allegation made by The Sun and Amber Heard, then I think he's probably going to walk away with somewhere between £75,000 and £100,000.
Well, figure that's small. I mean, it's barely enough to cover the costs of putting fuel in the jet to fly back to Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean, the damages that he'll get won't even pay, for his drinks bill, for his legal team, for last night's dinner. I mean, he is going to be severely out of pocket, but he has, in fairness, always said this isn't about the money, it's about vindication, it's about proving that I am not a wife beater. And I think that is, for him, the verdict that he seeks.
Hello, I'm Tara Brown. Thanks for watching. To keep up with the latest from 60 Minutes Australia, make sure you subscribe to our channel. You can also download the 9Now app for full episodes and other exclusive 60 Minutes content.